So yeah, little different setup today, this morning. So we're just going to start seated today, seated on the mat. And I want you to just cross your legs. Just double checking that you guys can see me. Just crossing the legs and coming into this seated position. You can place your hands onto your knees and let's just close the eyes. So we're going to start with that breathing, which is the best thing what we have and which is all what we need to do to connect to ourselves. So let's take a deep inhale in through the nose and then exhale out through the mouth. Just letting go of the night, letting go of the day, whatever you need to do after. 2 more of these. So inhaling into the body, really feel that breath going from your hips to the belly expanding, to the ribs expanding, all the way up to the throat, crown of the head, and then exhale out through the mouth. 1 more. Big inhale in through the nose. Feel the body full and hold it in for 4. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and exhale out through the mouth. And then just start tapping into your normal breathing, or you could go into your Ujjayi breathing. So inhaling in through the nose and out through the nose. It's that sound of the ocean at the back of the throat. And I really just want to focus on the breathing to start with, nothing else, just sitting still. Because when we start moving, we always want to make sure that the breath is easy like it is now. And we're going to work with voice. We're going to work through the throat chakra this morning. I thought that'd be a nice little thing to work with, especially because I've been doing lots of voiceover work last few days and I'm up in London to do more voice stuff. So I figured that might be nice. And also because that taps into the shoulder area, releasing the shoulder and the chest area, which seems to be very, very sort of a popular area that gets a bit of tension. So we're going to open that area out this morning. Just a few more breaths here, tuning in. How do you feel today? And taking 1 more inhale in here. With the exhale, just gently drop your chin into the chest. You're going to find that release through the neck. And then inhaling, lifting the gaze up, looking up towards the ceiling. Just do not drop the head back, just lift up. And then exhale, drop the chin into the chest. So it's a very, very gentle start. Inhaling, lifting the chest up. So we start moving and releasing the neck. Once more, drop the chin in. And now bring your right ear towards the right shoulder. So you're going to find the stretch through the side of the neck. Then look up to the ceiling. Bring your left ear to the left shoulder. And bring your chin back into the chest. Do a couple more circles this way. You can imagine that you're drawing a circle with your nose. So you have a little paper in front of you and you're drawing a circle with your nose. And then reverse the circles. Nice and gentle. Head is one of the heaviest parts of the body, so just let it move nice and freely. Easing off. And if you like to use affirmations, today's affirmation is I speak my truth. It's related to that voice. So if you want to say things out loud, you can just say it out loud. I speak my truth. Then come through the center. Let's lift the arms up and over the head. Reach the arms up. Find a little bit of length through in between of the hips and the ribs. And with the exhale, place your right hand onto the left knee and twist and rotate to the back. So you get a little bit of a spiraling action on the spine. Inhale, come through the center. So 1 breath, 1 move, lifting both arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, left hand onto the right knee, twist and rotate to the back. Once more like that. So come through the center. Inhaling, lifting the arms up. With the exhale, place your right hand onto the left knee, twist to the back. Keep your hands where they are. Just look forward, bend your right elbows. You're going to bring your right forearm parallel with the floor and lift your left arm up and twist and look up. So you should get that twist going a little bit deeper. You can pull your right hand in and push your left knee out. Then place your left hand on the top of the knee. That's free. So you're going to cross your arms. So hands on the knees, crossing the arms. I want you to push your knees out, drop the chin in, and then pull your hands in. So you should get that stretch into the shoulder area here. So we're just opening up here. Then release your hands, placing the hands behind you, pushing the knees down, lifting the hips up, and then releasing the head, opening the chest, opening the throat, releasing the head. With the exhale, bring your chin into the chest, drop your hips down, and then walk your hands forward to come into a little forward fold, dropping the forehead down to the floor. Then rolling the spine up, come all the way up, and we're just going to activate the abdominals a little bit. So just lift your feet up into Navasana. You can release your hands if you want a little bit more. You just extend your legs straight up to the ceiling, and you just hold it for 3, hold it for 2. Nice, hold it for 1, and then cross your legs again, but take the non-dominant cross this time. So crossing the legs other way around. We're going to do second side. So you inhale, lifting the arms up and over the head. Use the breath. With the exhale, place your left hand onto the right knee, twist and rotate to the back, look over the shoulder. Inhale, lifting the arms up, lifting it up. I speak my truth. Exhale, right hand onto the left knee, twist and rotate to the back. Once more, inhale, lifting the arms up and over the head, reach up, lift up, gaze up. With the exhale, left hand onto the right knee, twist and rotate to the back. Then look forward and then drop your left forearm now parallel with the floor. Lift your right arm up. So coming into a twist, and you should feel that twist a little bit on the lower back. You want to push your right knee out and pull your left hand in and lift your heart up to the sky. Then release your right hand on the top of the knee, that's free. So you're going to cross your arms again and then push your knees out, drop the chin in. So you're going to get that stretch through the shoulders, releasing the head. And then from here, just bringing the hands behind your back, push the knees down, lift the chest up and release the head and look up. Then drop the hips down and walk your hands forward to come into a forward fold. Forehead down to the floor. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Breathing into it. Taking one more inhale in. And then exhale, just roll it back up. And we're going to come back into that Navasana. So bring your knees back up. And again, option to make it harder to extend the knees. Now we're going to take 3 low boats from here to activate the core. So you're going to lower the body down into a low banana shape. Core is nice and tight. And then lifting the chest back up into the boat pose. If this feels too much, hands can be on the floor, knees can be bent. Lowering the boat, lowering the legs down, and then lifting it back up. Just doing one more, so getting a little bit of power action into the body. And then lifting it back up. Just hold it for 3, hold it for 2, hold it for 1. Then crossing the legs and simply just finding the way into all fours. Couple of cats and cows, you can freestyle them out. So rounding the spine into the cat, pushing the floor away. And then inhaling, opening the chest out, coming into the cow. Few more of these, so just gonna round the spine, push the floor away, drop the chin into the chest. And then opening the chest out, lifting the heart up. If you want to, you can circle the head, circle the hips, just to ease it all off. Just a few more of these. And then from here, just going to take it into the puppy pose. So just going to walk your hands down to the floor. Drop the chin down, bring the chest down to the floor. If it feels comfortable, going to bring your chin down. If it's not comfortable, just drop your forehead down to the floor. That is another option. This just gives a really, really nice stretch on the shoulders. It opens up the chest and the heart and the throat. Just a few more breaths here, really softening into it. And again, you can say it quietly in your head or out loud. I speak my truth. I'm free to express myself. Taking one more inhale in here. With the exhale, ripple forward to come into a little Sphinx position. Forearms down on the floor, draw the elbows in, lift the chest up and gaze up. If you fancy taking it higher, open the arms out And lift the chest up a little bit higher. Legs can be a little bit wide, so there's a little bit of space in between of your legs. Then roll your spine down, place the fingertips onto the floor and lift the elbows up, chin in, and then ripple the spine up into a upward dog. A little bit of a twisting, a massage through the shoulders. So drop your right shoulder, right ear down to the floor, twist. Inhaling, lifting the chest up, ripple the body up, and then drop your left shoulder, left ear down to the floor. Couple of more of these. So inhale takes you up, and then exhale, you're going to find the twist. So right shoulder, right cheek down to the floor. And then one more inhale, lifting the chest up. And exhale, left shoulder, left cheek down to the floor. Last one, we're going to take it all the way up. So ripple the spine up. Exhale, ripple the spine down. Extend your right arm out to the side. Bend your left arm. Place your left hand onto the floor. Scorpion twist. Lift your left foot off the floor and bring your left foot behind you. So you're going to come into a Scorpio twist, and you should find that stretch on the right shoulder and the neck area. If this is not enough, you're going to bring both knees up to the ceiling. So it takes it a little bit deeper. One of my favorite twists, favorite stretches. Again, we're really working on opening that shoulder area out. Then take your body back through the center, extending both legs out. And we're going to do that Scorpio twist onto the other side. So extend your left arm out to the side, bend your right arm, press the right hand onto the floor, flip it over. So bring your right foot behind you to come into a Scorpio twist. And again, same option, bending both knees, lifting both knees up to the ceiling. Then take your body straight back onto the belly, placing both hands underneath yourself, pushing the hips back, coming into a seated position. So push the hips back, hips to the heels, and roll your spine up into a seated position. Place your hands behind your back into a mini camel. So lift the chest up, gaze up, lift up, and then bring your chin into the chest and find your way into the downward dog. You can pedal the feet out, do whatever feels good, right and left, right and left. Ease yourself into it. We got someone in the waiting room again, so I'm just gonna let her in. So yes, finding your way into the downward dog. Jessica, if you're just connecting, we've just been warming up the body into working through the throat chakra this morning. So just take yourself into the downward dog, pedal the feet out, right and left, right and left. Really spread your fingers out wide. Open the sit bones out. Take a breath in through the nose. And then exhale out through the mouth. Just two more of these. Inhaling in through the nose. And then exhale out, stick the tongue out into your lion breath. And then one more, inhaling through the nose. And exhale, flutter the lips out. Voice it out. I speak my truth. Soften the knees, look down to the hands. Step, jump, or float the feet in between our hands to come to the front of the mat. Inhale takes you into flat back. And then exhale, just fold over. Inhale, look forward, lift your arms up and over the head, reach up, lift up, gaze up. And exhale, let's take it straight down, folding over. This time, interlace the fingers behind your back and bring your shoulders up and over the head to really get that opening through the shoulder area. Then release your hands, inhale, look forward, come to flat back, hands on the shins, hands on the floor, whatever works for you. Then step, jump, or float the feet back into high plank. Listen carefully. Variation on the vinyasa, so drop the knees down, do your chaturanga press up here just to add a little bit of power. Then push your hips back, come to child pose. Then snake forward in towards the upward dog, and then exhale takes you into downward dog. 3 breaths in through the nose, and then exhale out through the nose. Really pushing the floor away. If you can see your heels, rotate the heels out slightly so your feet are parallel. Open the sit bones out. Core is nicely pulled in, rib cages in, shoulders are released, biceps forward, triceps back. Then soften the knees, look down to the hands, step, jump, or float the feet in between of your hands to come to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, lift your arms up and over the head. I feel free to express myself. Exhale, folding over, let go. I speak my truth. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step your feet back. Chaturanga press up. If you want to make it harder, you keep your knees off the floor. Bring your chest forward. Lift it back up. High plank. Drop the knees. Push the hips back. Take a child pose. Snaking forward. Upward dog. And then exhale, taking a downward dog. 2 breaths only. Inhaling through the nose. And then exhale out through the nose. So check in if your breath is as free as it was when we were just sitting down and tuning into the breath. Soften it in. Make sure you're breathing. And after the next exhale, soften the knees, look down to the hand, step, jump or float the feet in between of your hands. Inhale takes you into flat back. Exhale, you fold over. Inhale, lift your arms up and over the head. Reach up, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, folding over. Look down towards your navel, release the neck. Inhale, look forward, come to flat back. Exhale, step, jump or float the feet back. Chaturanga press up. If you're jumping, bend the elbows simultaneously. Lift it back up, high plank. Drop the knees down, push the hips back, child pose. Snaking forward in towards the upward dog. And then exhale, we take a downward dog. Now I want you to bring the feet together so the body's warming up slowly. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling and bend your right knee to open the right hip out. If you want more, you can drop your left forearm down to the floor. So always give options to do what feels good for you this morning or whenever you're practicing this flow. Then bring your right knee towards the left elbow. Figure of 8. Bring your right knee to the right elbow. Keep the right knee bent. Bring your right knee back up to that 3-point downward dog. Do a big circle on the top and then bring your right knee to the left elbow, out to the right elbow, and then up and over again. A little bit of an opening here through the hips, a little bit of a power through the core, so we just create a little bit more movement into it. Once more. And again, breathe through it. Don't hold the breath. Bring your right knee to the left elbow. And then extend your right foot out to the side. Instead of coming into a fallen star, we're going to come into a fallen angel. So bring your right foot a little bit lower. So it's like an extended side plank. Bring your left inside foot onto the floor. Lift your hips high and extend your left arm up and over. It's not a fallen star, but a fallen angel. Right here, down here, so there's a little more space. If you want to, you can take your left hand behind the back of the head. Press the back of the head into your left hand, so it gets a really nice opening through the shoulder here. Then look down to the floor. Place your left hand onto the floor. Flip the dog over into the wild thing. Lifting the right arm up and behind you. Again, option to take the cradle the head with your right hand. So placing the head onto the right back of the palm. Onto the palm of the hand. Then from here, look down to the left hand and float your right foot next to your left hand for 3. You can use your hand to assist it for 2, 1. Then drop your left knee down to the floor. Anjali Asana. Inhaling, lifting the arms up and over the head. We're going to keep moving through this, flowing through this. Open the arms out, spread the fingers out wide. Exhale, push your hips back, finding that stretch through the back of the right hamstring. Rotate the palms down and make these eagle arms, kind of wings. So you're going to lift your arms up and palms are facing down, chest forward. Then bend your right knee, cross your arms, bring your arms up and over the head as if you're taking a shirt off. Bring the arms up, spread the fingers out wide, open the chest, shoulders, open the throat. I'm free to speak my truth. Drop your hips back, find that stretch through the back of the hamstring, lifting the arms up. Once more, bend your right knee, sweep the arms up, open the chest, open the shoulders, open the throat, lift the heart up. Exhale, push your hips back, finding that stretch through the back of the hamstring. Nice. From here, just place your hands down to the floor, framing the front foot. Bring your right foot to meet the left to come into the downward dog. My favorite flow is a beast flow. So you bend both knees and then you're going to ripple forward, all the way forward into high plank. Just 2 more of these. So bending the knees, push the hips back. Exhale, ripple forward into high plank. Moving through the body like a wave. Last one, bend your knees, push back. And then ripple forward into high plank. Chaturanga press up. Option knees on the floor, or you can do 3 press up if that's you. Then drop your knees down, push your hips back, child pose. And then exhale, snake forward. Inhale, snake forward into upward dog. And exhale, we're going to meet up in a downward dog. Nice. Then bring your feet together at the back, second side. Lift your left leg up to the ceiling, 3-point downward dog. Open the left hip out. Drop your right forearm down to the floor if it feels good. Just a few breaths here, easing into it. I quite often like to work through the chakras. And even if you're not familiar with chakras, it's just different energy centers of the body. So today's energy center is voice, throat, speaking your truth, saying it out loud, finding your voice. Quite often it is silenced by people and things around us. Already when we were kids, we were taught not to do this, not to do that, but let's tap back into our true authentic voice. Now bring your left knee to the right elbow, figure of 8, moving through motions and tapping into the emotions that way. Then bring your left knee up and over the head. A big circle with the knee, bring the knee into the right elbow, out to the left elbow, and then up and over again. A few more of these on your own time. Finding that freedom in your movements. Make sure that you're breathing. So first is the breath, then you connect to the body. Once the breath and the body is connecting, you tap into your feelings and your emotions. And once it's all connected, you can let them run free. Last one, bring your left knee to the right elbow, fallen angel. Slide your left foot underneath your right. Come to the knife edge of the left foot, inside edge of the right foot. Lift your hips up, open the right arm out. Option to place that right hand behind the back of the head to get that bit more opening on the shoulder area. Why we work a lot through the shoulder area this morning is because our neck is literally connected from our shoulders. So once we open the shoulders, the neck and the throat area releases. Then look down to the floor, place your right hand onto the floor, flip the dog over, coming into a wild thing. Left foot behind you. Make sure you're pushing the right heel of the hand down and forward, so there's not too much weight on the wrist. So hips are up, the right wrist is in front of the right shoulder, lifting the hips high. Take one more inhale in here. With the exhale, bring your left knee to the left armpit. Look down to the right hand and see how slowly you can float your left foot next to your right hand. If you've been flowing with me for a while, you're quite familiar with these transitions. That's where the magic happens. Then we're going to drop the right knee down to the floor, Anjali Asana, so we both arms up to the ceiling. So left foot should be at the front now. Open the elbows, open the arms like a sun or whatever you want to call it. Lift the chest up, spread the fingers out wide. Then push your hips back, keep moving, keep breathing, flexing the front foot and bring the chest, bring the heart towards your toes, palms facing down. Then bend your left knee, cross your arms, sweep the arms up and over the head. Just flow through it, find the freedom in your movements. Exhale, push the hips back, finding the freedom in the body. We can find the freedom with our voice. Just take it once more, crossing the arms, lifting the arms up, open the chest, open the heart out, spread the fingers out wide. And then exhale, pushing the hips back, lifting the arms up, palms facing down. Nice. Then bend your left knee, frame the front foot, bring your left foot to meet the right to come into the downward dog. 3 beast flows on your own time. If you feel like you need a child pose, and you can take a rest. It's your flow, so do what feels best for you. We pull forward into high plank. Bend the knees, push the hips back. We pull forward 2 more times. Ease into it. Last one. Then we're going to take our vinyasa or the variation. Either knees on the floor, full chaturanga press up, 1, 2, or 3. Choice is yours. Once you're ready, drop the knees down, push the hips back, take the child pose. Then snake forward in towards the upward dog. And then exhale, taking a downward dog. I'm going to take 3 breaths there in your downward dog. So inhaling in through the nose. And then exhale out through the mouth. Just let go. Let go of what happened, what didn't. Inhale in through the nose. Stick the tongue out into the lion breath. Exhale out through the mouth. And let's voice it out with a little bit of a flutter through the lips. So inhale in through the nose. And exhale out, flutter the lips. Soften the knees, look down to the hands. Step jump or float the feet in between of your hands to come to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, folding over. Inhale, lift your arms up and over the head, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, take your hands into the heart center and release your arms by your side. Just close your eyes for a moment, maybe turn the palms forward. Root down through the soles of the feet, just finding a little bit of stillness, finding that breath back in. rocking the tailbone under, lengthening through the back of the body, opening through the front of the body, opening through the heart. Neck is released. Quite often when we release the neck, the rest of the body releases. Growing taller through the crown of the head. How do you feel right now? Do you feel anything different than you felt half an hour ago? Just be and breathe. I speak my truth. If you want to say it out loud, you can repeat it with me. I speak my truth. I express myself freely. I express myself freely. I express myself with joy. I express myself with joy. I speak my truth. Let's take one more inhale in here. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, let go. Inhale, lifting the arms up and over the head. Let's go a little bit further. Exhale, folding over, looking down towards the navel. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, step, jump, or float the feet back. Chaturanga press up, 1, 2, or 3, or just do it with knees on the floor. Choice is yours. Then drop the knees down, push the hips back, child pose. Snaking forward in towards the upward dog. Exhale, take a downward dog. Bring your feet together at the back and lift your right leg up to the ceiling to take it into a 3-point downward dog. Now square your hips so your right hip is down, pushing the right heel up and back. Then bring your right knee into your nose, curl and contract. Find that compression through your throat now. So bring the knee really close to the forehead. Can you touch the forehead with the knee? Then look down in between of your hands. See the space in between of your hands and step your right foot into that space. Warrior 3, float forward, lift your left foot off the floor, bring your hands behind you, palms facing down. Right knee is soft. You're gazing forward, flexing the left foot. Keep breathing into it. Take one more inhale in here. With the exhale, come up to standing, bring your left knee into your chest rather. And then hug your left knee in. You can get a little bit of a compression through the hip here. Especially Victoria, you might be very familiar with the forehead to knee pose. So we're going to go into that next. So really push your right toes down to the floor, interlace the fingers underneath the left sole of the foot. Or this is your option 1. You can just stay here. If you feel comfortable with this one, your right knee is pulled up, extend your left foot forward. Pull the stomach in. So this is your face to keep kicking the left hip down and forward. We're going to get a compression in the throat, but that's the last phase. But if you want to level up, you drop your forearms beneath your calf, pull the stomach in, keep pushing, kicking the left hip forward, and the throat compression happens here by dropping the chin into the chest, looking down towards your knees. It is pretty challenging. Keep breathing into it. Take one more breath in here. Ooh. And with the exhale, release, bend your left knee, come up, and then release the left foot down. Yeah, I definitely shook out from there. But key thing, once you get in there, how slow can you come out? That's another thing. So let's drop that left foot behind the right. We're going to keep going into a half moon from here. We're going to cross your legs. So bring the knife edge of the left foot behind you. So it looks like that's if you're doing a mirror, or I'm doing a mirror to you. Bring both arms up, take a hold of the left wrist and reach over. So you're going to find a little bit of a twist here through the spine, variation of a half moon. We're taking it into this twist. So I'll keep doing a mirror to you. We're going to take it into a little bigger twist. So tuck your left toes behind you, hook your left elbow outside the right knee, and press your hands into the heart center to come into a variation of a chair with a twist with cross legs. You can stay there, or you can drop your hips down into your heel and take a side crow from here. If you did my class last week, so we did a lot of crow practice, so you can just tap into that side crow from there. That is optional, but if you feel like it, find that and then come back into the center wherever you are. Bring your feet together, come into a forward fold. Inhale, look forward, come into a flat back. Exhale, folding over. Inhale, lift your arms up and over the head. Reach up, lift up, gaze up. We're going to take it straight down. So folding over, look down to the navel. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, step jump, float the feet back. Chaturanga, press up, 1, 2, or 3. Then when you're ready, drop the knees down, push the hips back. Child pose, then snaking forward into the upward dog. And then exhale, taking a downward dog. Let's see the second side. So lift your left leg up to the ceiling, 3-point downward dog. Drop the left hip down. Find that length all the way from your fingertips, wrist, forearms, biceps forward, triceps back, facing the shoulders, release the neck. Then curl and contract, tiger curl your left knee into your nose. Find that compression in the throat. Can your knee touch the forehead? Then look down in between of your hands. See the space in between of your hands. Flex the left foot and float your left foot into that space. Fly forward, warrior 3. Instead of going up, we're going forward. Open the arms out. Spread your arms like wings. Left knee is soft and bend. So you're really working through the muscles there. Then bring your right knee to the chest. Find your balance. This might be enough. Interlace the fingers underneath the right knee, pull the knee into the chest. Find your focus. You can stay here. If you want to level up, you interlace the fingers underneath the right sole of the foot. Pull the left knee up. If you want to level up, go further. Extend the right foot forward. Want to go further, you drop your elbows underneath your calf. And again, if you wanted to tap into that throat compression, you're going to look down towards your navel. Keep kicking the right heel forward. Breathe there. Nice compression in the throat. Once you're ready, just going to bend that knee, come back up the same way that you went down. Then release the right foot behind you, crossing the legs, come to the knife edge of the right foot, lift your both arms up, variation of that half moon, reaching over to the left. I'm going to do a mirror to you again. So just copy me. So the knife edge of the right foot is on the floor, right arm is up. Then bend both knees, hook your right elbow outside of the left knee, hands into the heart center, find a twist, look up. If you want to take it into the side crow, you're going to drop your hips down to your heels. Your knees are crossed. You keep that twist on the spine. I got a little nice click. Then spread the fingers out wide. Shift the hips into your elbows and lift your feet off the floor. This is just an option. From here, everybody, let's release it. Bring your feet together. Come to a forward fold. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, lift your arms up and over the head. Reach up, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, fold over. Final vinyasa. Inhale, look forward. Be ready to receive. Exhale, step jump, float the feet back. Chaturanga press up. Then do the press up again, your variation. I decided to drop the knees down to slow it down. Push the hips back, take a child pose, snake forward in towards the upward dog. And then exhale, take a downward dog. 3 breaths in through the nose. And then exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose, lion breath out. Stick the tongue out. Last one, let's voice it out. Flutter the lips out. Then drop your knees down to the floor. Drop your hips to the heels. Come to a seated position. Keep those toes tucked under. Take a hold of your heels. Rabbit pose. Again, we're going to do an other lock on the throat. So again, familiar with fierce grace. Maybe big from people even. I don't know if you can say that word out loud anymore. Then drop the chin into the chest. And around your spine so much, they're going to bring your forehead towards your knees. This is a pose that we don't see that much in vinyasa classes anymore, but it's a really amazing compression on the throat. So forehead to the knee, holding onto the heels, and then lifting the hips up. Really creates a little bit of space on the spine. Making sure there's no weight on the head. Just a really pretty nice stretch on the shoulders as well. Just taking a couple more breaths here. And then releasing. Untuck the toes, come into a seat. Normal seat, place your hands onto your knees, lift the chest up. Close the eyes. How do you feel right now? Just taking a moment to let each of these poses now sink in. That's the beauty of the yoga, doing all these compressions and then releasing them. So we activate those areas A bit more. Now open the eyes out, tuck the toes under. Again, we're coming into camel. You can do any variations of the camel. You can even just place your hands on your hips here, squeeze the elbows in, lift the chest up. So we're reversing what we just done. So we're going to open everything up. This might be your variation. If you feel comfortable and take it further, you can immediately take a hold of your heels, squeeze your glutes, push the hips up, and open the chest up, release the head, open the throat. 5 breaths in your chosen version. If you want to take it deeper, you're going to take a hold at the ankles, untuck the toes. Then place your hands onto your hips if they're not there, and find your way back up to a seat. Drop the hips down, and again, find a little bit of a stillness. How do you feel right now? Is your breath more free? Is your neck more released? Tune into you. Then slowly blink the eyes open, swing your feet forward, and we're going to roll the spine all the way down to the floor. I don't normally show or demonstrate any shoulder stands, head stands. They're optional. If you have that in your practice, you can do that. But today, because we're working with the throat chakra, we're going to finish off with the shoulder stand. So roll your spine all the way down. If you have any troubles in the shoulder area, I encourage you just to lift your legs up from here. This is your option number 1. It's nice and safe. You can do that. Palms facing up is an inversion on its own, and it's enough if you're there today. If you fancy taking a shoulder stand, remember it's a shoulder stand, not a neck stand. So you can slowly start moving towards that with me. So you place your hands, palms down to the floor. They're there to assist you. You're going to swing your feet back. Only look up to the ceiling, not to the right, not to the left. Then you place your hands onto your lower back. Lift and engage your core, your abdominals. And then one leg at a time, you can lift your legs up towards the ceiling, turning it all upside down. So get a nice compression here through the throat. You can walk your hands alongside your back to lift it up higher. Couple of breaths there. And if you prefer headstand, obviously you can take that as well. If you're in a shoulder stand, you can slow the feet down. You can hear how hard it is to talk when there's a strong compression in the throat. You can take it into a plow. You can even take it into a deaf man pose. So you can let your knees drop by the side of your ears, extend your arms back, interlacing the fingers, and catch a couple of breaths there. And slowly extend your knees back. Start lowering your spine down to the floor. If you want to make it harder, turn the palms up and just use your abdominals to support you to lower your spine down to the floor. Once the hips touch the floor, place your hands, palms underneath your hips. Let's take a fish pose from here. So you can bend your knees, extend your feet forward, lifting the heart up just to reverse it, or open the chest, bring the crown of the head down to the floor, inhaling through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Once more, let's take it into a lion breath. So inhaling through the nose. Exhale, stick the tongue out. Then drop your chin into the chest. Release your body down to the floor. Let your feet fall open. Let your arms fall open and start finding your final savasana. Letting the practice sinking deeper. Finding the freedom. I'm free to express myself. I speak my truth. I feel free. Just stay there as long as you want to. Take your time. If you have more time, please take it. But if you need to get somewhere, you can start waking the body up, moving the fingers, toes, bringing the energy back into the body. You can bring your arms up and over the head, have a long stretch like you stretch in the morning. Then hug your knees into your chest to give yourself a good hug. Let your knees fall to the right, keeping the eyes still closed. Using your left hand, slowly finding your way back up to a seated position. You can place your hands onto your knees or hands onto your heart center, whatever feels more like you. Feeling both sit bones on the floor, lengthening through the back of the body, opening through the front of the body, opening through the heart, releasing the neck, unclenching the jaw, softening the face. Let's take one more big inhale in through the nose. And exhale one cooling breath out. Thanks so much for your practice. Hope you have an amazing day and feeling free with whatever you say, if you want to say today.